Welcome back to my channel, my crystal kings and queens. So I was going to do a regular crystal haul with my new crystals, as you see here, but instead I figure I will just go ahead and show you all what they look like before I actually clean them. So this may be a little out of the ordinary for our channel as far as crystal hauls are concerned, but bear with me because I just want to do something different. I didn't feel like being basic today, or tonight. So let's just kind of see how this goes. I also need to figure out where I'm going to place this incense because I cannot hold it. Let's see. Gonna have to do some rearranging here. I have crystals in the little incense holder we have. And I can't even find the hole it goes in. Right, there it goes. All right, cool. So let's go ahead and get into this. Oops. So I actually just got these crystals today, and the crystal shop that I got them from, they had been open. They were open before COVID-19 or the COVID-19 pandemic hit, and then they closed along with all of the other businesses and whatnot in our local area, and then they reopened when we hit the stage of, reopening. I believe one of their workers got sick, was tested positive for the coronavirus, and then they closed again, and they were closed for almost 2 months after that, and they just reopened today. So we went to that crystal shop along with our other crystal shop that had already just been open, and I got a handful of items, as you can see. My apologies if the swaying back and forth is making anyone nauseous or dizzy. I just kind of wanted to capture the sound of the water. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and show you all my crystals because I clearly cannot hold the camera while I clean them, as I do not have my normal setup. So right now I'm just kind of holding the camera with my right hand and, free-handing it with my left. So the first crystal that I'm going to show you, as you all can see them here, I have 4 lapis lazulis. I have I think it's like a tritone calcite, but this is more of a white and black. I have a nephrite jade. I may be pronouncing that wrong. And then I have 2 spirit quartz or fairy quartz, as some consider them. And then finally I have a rose quartz that I am so in love with. So I'm not really sure where I want to start. I guess it really doesn't matter how. I can start up here then. Just simply showing you what she looks like. So again, I have not cleaned them as of yet, but they've been sitting in the water for a few now, and I am loving it. So this is my rose quartz. This is my raw rose quartz. I think this is probably like the 3rd raw rose quartz that I own. That's actually, this big, or, of this size, I want to say of this type of size. But yeah, so I'm really, really happy with this purchase here. cannot wait to just kind of sit with it for a little while. I'll definitely be carrying this with me on my day-to-day, so that's going to be super fun. Definitely excited for that. Place that there. Next we have, I'll just go over here, one of my favorite lapis lazulis. Let me rest my arms because I'm like leaning over the sink. I don't want to be tired. So here we have a lapis lazuli in the form of an egg, or in the shape of an egg. This I almost did not see. They had lapis lazulis here and there, just kind of all in one place, on, I guess, on a shelf of a sort. And they had spheres, they had eggs, they had just your flat slabs. They just had a bunch of different lapis lazulis. And before leaving, I looked to my far left, generally where I don't walk, and they had even more lapis lazulis, more so the more expensive ones. And this was sitting at the very bottom, so I was like, oh my God, I gotta have it. And so I grabbed it. I think this one was like $26. I usually don't, say the prices of my crystals, but you know what? For a lot of people, they get curious about how much certain crystals are. And I'm gonna tell you, as a crystal seller and as a crystal consumer, or a person who buys crystals, you want to know that you're getting appropriate deals or proper deals. And then you want to also know that you're not being cheated, you know what I'm saying? So if I go to sell crystals, as I mentioned in my previous video, or my new website, Crystal Show and Tell video, I want to make my prices fair when I sell my crystals. But I also want you to know, and for anyone for that matter, I want y'all to know that I don't get my crystals cheap. It could be a rip, you know what I'm saying? But I get what I'm able to get here locally. So this clear quartz was $16. And if I can recall any of the other prices, then I'll definitely, make it known. But moving on, this nephrite jade was yet another $16 purchase. And mind you, not actually, because I went to 2 different stores. These crystals are from 2 different stores. I'll tell you now, the rose quartz, well, here, the way I'll do it so it makes it just simpler or easier. My 2 spirit quartz or fairy quartz and my calcite. These 3 came from one shop, and then everything else came from the second shop. So let's get back to it. What the heck is this flying around? It's about to drive me nuts. So nephrite jade, another, like I was saying, another $16 crystal. Happy about the purchase. I really love this. I was looking at one jade that they had in the cupboard, and I was like, oh my God, what is that? It is so pretty. Pulled it out. It was a palm stone, a fairly large one at that. And I was like, okay, it ain't exactly what I expected, but I see that it is a nephrite jade. And immediately to my right were nephrite jade hearts. And so this one was the very first one that stuck out to me. And so from there, I was just like, give me. So this is my nephrite jade. Moving on, just to make this real quick. This lapis, and the lapis in my hand were all $16 as well. So this is the first lapis lazuli here. I really love the shape. I loved, gotta get that sticker filling off of it, that sticker residue. I love the shape of this. It reminds me of like a flattened sphere. So that was my number one reasoning behind that for purchasing this one, or, you know, getting this one. Also, it's just super cute, super gorgeous. I love lapis lazuli. I was not into lapis lazuli at first, but man, am I ever now. So this is the second of the three. Super pretty. Y'all see my hand, my fingers getting all extra pruny. Yeah, so that's the second, very unique looking. I'm like a sucker for lapis lazulis. Oh, I don't like that noise, but I don't like sticker residue. This is the third of the three. This was actually the very first lapis lazuli that I picked up. So freaking pretty. I had another one that I picked up as well, but it was in a separate container aside from these three here. And that one was $2 cheaper than this one here. Again, this one was $26. The other one was $24. And I was like, oh my God, this is really nice, but not too far from my right. I look over and I saw a glass bowl, I'm sorry, full of smaller ones, and you can get them for cheaper. Though they're not that much cheaper, they were cheap enough for me to get, you know, 3 of them. So that was the route I went. Got 3 of those, and then clearly found this one by mistake almost, and went on about my way. So moving on to the last 3 here. This calcite, tritone calcite, so it said, and I believe it was like a mix of red, yellow, and orange or something like that. I don't know, but as we can see here, this is more of a clear calcite with this black situation. I don't really know what it is, but I just thought it made the calcite look that much more appealing to me. It just gave it a lot of character. So I was very glad to get this one. This from the other crystal store. Well, y'all know I go to 2 crystal stores. That's either Earth Gifts or Midnight Sun here in Jacksonville. So these 3, my spirit quartz and my calcite, came from Earth Gifts. And then the rest of these 6 came from Midnight Sun. So back to what I was saying. I don't even remember. But this calcite here, it was $6, and that was a pretty awesome buy. So I was very, very happy about this purchase here. I really love it. This is my first calcite of the sort, or, you know, like this. And I was gonna get another one, but it was like the red calcite, and I always think, even, you know, as much as I would like to have one at the moment, I think they kind of look like shredded meat. It's so weird. I don't know. So I'm like, you know, I'm back and forth, like kind of on the fence about it. So I'm like, y'all forgive me. I'm doing a whole video, and this part of the sink is just not looking cool. It's not real dirt. It's just like residue from using a specific soap that we have, and then using Dove. Oh my gosh, I really love Dove soap, but it leaves the most ickiest residue on things. So y'all don't judge me. I'm not a dirty person. I'm very hygienic. Gots to be hygienic. Some people don't know much about that, but that's neither here nor there. Let's keep it moving. This spirit quartz, I really love this because of the spiral that it has alongside here. So it's just like a point here. It is not really self-standing, but it can, well, I suppose in a sense, you can lean it and it'll, you know, relax on its own. But I really, really like it because, because of the spiral it has here. Like it was broken off or whatnot, but it just works so well with it. It's so pretty. I can't wait to clean it. Oh my gosh. It's like a whole net. What is going on here? But yeah, I really love this. This was $25 at Earth Gifts. So I'm sure by the end of this, you all are either calculating or you really don't give a crap. And if you are one of those that are doing some calculations for me, you know that I have spent well over a budget that should be spent in one day. Usually, you know, I can spend that kind of money on food. I love food, but today I treated myself. So I'm not mad about it and not regretful by any means. This lovely spirit quartz, aka fairy quartz, was $20. And I loved this one because I'm like, it looks like a dinosaur foot if you're not looking at this piece here. I was like, oh my gosh, look at that. Whose dinosaur foot? Whose foot? Like, what's going on here, really? So I just thought that was extremely unique, and I really thought it would have been cool to just kind of have in my collection. And plus, I think I have maybe two or three other spirit quartz, but they're super duper small. So I found that getting this one was, you know, more of my forte at this very moment, since I don't own big ones for that matter. So I just thought it was really cute, really cool looking. I can't wait to just kind of delve into why it is I got these crystals. I have recently kind of just been away, updating the website and just kind of doing things of that nature. Got my hands on projects and other whatnots. And for those of you who don't know the new channel's website, it is www.crystalbakery.shop. So go check that out. It's super dope. But I've been doing some thinking, and there's just so many different aspects of the crystal life, the crystal world, crystal healing, Reiki, you know, just all of those new age related types of things. So, you know, forever and always, I want to make sure that I am doing the right thing by my channel, by you all, and by my, you know, for myself, by myself, with what it is that I utilize, what it is that I speak, show, and, you know, just kind of put out there to you all. So I've done some thinking. I'll talk a little more about that later in another video, but we may be experiencing a few changes. Nothing bad, definitely nothing bad, all for the greater good, or all for the good, I should say. But to God be the glory for all that it is that, you know, I've been allowed to do thus far, what I've been blessed with, and, you know, for where I'm going, simply, you know what I'm saying? So I just hope you all remain, you know, with me and continue to come along for the ride. So thank you so much for watching. I know this wasn't our normal ordinary crystal haul, but, you know, today or tonight I just didn't feel like being basic, so here we are. I'm going to go ahead and get to cleansing or cleaning my crystals. I cannot wait any longer because now my hands are getting pruny, or my hand is getting pruny, and low-key my right shoulder and fingers are starting to hurt. So it's time to put the camera down, you feel me? Anyways, thank you all so much for joining. Thank you so much for rocking with me. Thank you so much for supporting me, for starters, just throughout this whole journey. We're all growing together, and I really, truly appreciate you all, and I am forever grateful to each and every single one of you, all of the subscribers, all of my family members. So thank you so much. I love you all so much. I will see you all in the next video. Crystal kisses and royal blessings. Later. End it out with some incense, you feel me?